Janet and Aya. Dear Aya, are you enjoying the snow here in Vermont? Does it snow in your hometown in Japan? We don't have school today, so I am happy. I love this weather, so I'm going to go outside with my little brother and build a snowman. Next Saturday, my mother and I are going to make Christmas cookies. Every December, we make more than 100 cookies to give to my grandparents and friends. Would you like to come to my house? We can make them together. We'll order a pizza, so please stay for dinner too. I hope you can join us. Janet. Hello, Janet. Thank you for inviting me to your house on Saturday. I'd love to make cookies with you. What should I bring? Our oven in Japan is small, so we can't bake a lot of things at one time. In Japan, many families buy a Christmas cake, but my mother makes one every year. I'm looking forward to the pizza too. When I had pizza in Vermont for the first time, I was surprised because a large pizza was only $12. You asked about my hometown in Japan. It never snows there in winter, and it's very hot in summer. I think the snow is beautiful, but it's so cold. See you on Saturday. Aya. Hi, Aya. That's great. Please come at 1 o'clock. Bring a box so you can take some cookies home with you. My mother will make hot chocolate for us. I bought some new Christmas CDs, so let's listen to them. See you soon. Janet. Question number 1. What is Janet going to do today? Question number 2. What does Aya's mother do for Christmas every year? Question number 3. Why does Aya need a box? Ken Roberts and the Springfield Daily News. Dear Springfield Daily News, this morning I saw an advertisement in your newspaper. It said that you need someone to deliver newspapers in Elmwood. I'm a high school student and live near Elmwood Park. I've never delivered newspapers before, but I'm very interested in this job. Could you send me more information, please? Sincerely, Ken Roberts. Dear Ken, thank you for your interest in the job. It starts next month. There are 36 houses in Elmwood that receive the newspaper. The job is 5 days a week. If you walk, it will take about an hour a day. You can also deliver the papers by bike or by car. You need to deliver the newspapers by 7 in the morning. If you get the job, you will get $75 each week. I'd like to talk to you. If you are free this Saturday or Sunday at 10, please come to my office. My office is beside the bank on Main Street. I hope to hear from you soon. Regards, Patricia McGinty. Dear Miss McGinty, thank you for your email. I'm free this Saturday at 10, so I'd like to come and talk with you then. I'm 17 years old, and my parents said that I can use their car to deliver the papers. My school bus comes at 8:20, so I'll have lots of time to eat breakfast before school. I'm looking forward to meeting you. See you on Saturday. Sincerely, Ken Roberts. Question number 1. What does Ken have to do if he gets the job? Question number 2. What does Miss McGinty want Ken to do? Question number 3. What did Ken's parents say? Chester Greenwood. On cold winter days, some people wear earmuffs to keep their ears warm. But not many people know that the person who invented earmuffs was a 15-year-old boy from the United States. Chester Greenwood was born in Farmington, Maine, in 1858. Farmington is very snowy, and Chester's big ears were always cold in winter. One winter day in 1873, Chester went outside to try a new pair of ice skates. The cold winter hurt his ears. Suddenly, Chester had an idea. So he ran back home. He got a piece of soft wire, and he made a circle at each end of the wire. Then he asked his grandmother to cover the circles with pieces of cloth. He put them on his head and went back outside. The pieces of cloth kept his ears warm, but people started to call them earmuffs. When other kids saw Chester's earmuffs, they wanted them too. Soon, earmuffs became popular everywhere. When Chester was 18, he built a factory in Farmington. In 1883, his factory was making 30,000 earmuffs each year. By 1937, it was making 400,000 of them every year. Chester died that year. These days, Farmington is known as the earmuff center of the world, and Chester is a hero there. The first Saturday in December is always Chester Greenwood Day in Farmington. Everyone, from children to dogs, wears earmuffs. There is a long parade of police cars and school buses, and people see many kinds of earmuffs on that day. Question number 1. Why did Chester run back home on a winter day? Question number 2. When did Chester first make earmuffs? Question number 3. How did Chester's grandmother help him? Question number 4. How many earmuffs was the factory making in 1937? Question number 5. What happens in Farmington on the first Saturday in December? A special doctor. In the 1800s, some women wanted to study to become doctors, but they couldn't. People didn't think that women could be doctors. The first woman in the United States to graduate from medical school was Elizabeth Blackwell. She was born in England in 1821. She didn't go to school when she was a child, but her father asked a teacher to come to her house. The teacher showed her how to read and write at home. The family moved to the U.S. in 1832, and Blackwell decided to become a doctor. She studied medicine by herself and worked as a music teacher to save money. Blackwell tried to enter many medical schools, but she couldn't because she was a woman. Finally, she was able to go to Geneva College. She was the only woman student, and some people weren't kind to her. But she studied very hard. When she graduated in 1849, she was the best student in her class. After that, she traveled to England and France to study more. Blackwell went back to America to work as a doctor, but the hospitals there didn't want a woman doctor. She bought a house in New York City in 1858 and began helping sick women and children there. Later, she built a clinic for poor people in New York City. Other women wanted to study medicine, and Blackwell helped them. She started a medical school for women in America and another school in England. Because of Elizabeth Blackwell, many women decided to study medicine, and they became doctors. Question number 1. Why was it difficult for women to go to medical school in the 1800s? Question number 2. Where did Elizabeth Blackwell learn to read and write? Question number 3. When did Blackwell finish studying at Geneva College? Question number 4. What did Blackwell do in New York City? Question number 5. What is this story about?